What up, y'all? I'm back with another review, and I'm here to review the newest mixtape from Joyner Lucas entitled 508 507 2209. Now, I've known about Joyner Lucas for a minute now. A friend of mine, Concept, he's an MC himself. Goes, his name's Najee. Najee the rapper, Concept. Um, just look him up. You'll find him because he's gonna come up locally by himself anyway. But he's like his favorite rapper today, if I'm not mistaken, and he's trying to round up money himself to get a feature from Joyner Lucas. But that's the main reason I know about Joyner Lucas. But as the time has gone by, especially last year and this year, I've found out more about Joyner Lucas because I've seen some music videos of his, an interview, and people are very upset that he got snubbed. They think he got snubbed off of this year's 2017 XXL freshman list. And after hearing this project, I don't disagree. I don't disagree. I think he got snubbed himself because I've heard of half the people on there. Well, actually, no, let me take that back. I've heard of most of the people on there. I haven't heard mixtapes, albums, even short EPs from anybody on there. I mean, keep my man Ugly God on there. Keep Ugly God on there, but shoot, everybody else, I'm like, yeah, I bet that's how forgettable the list is for me. I barely remember who's on there. Like Amine, I know, whatever. Playboy Cardi, I know he's on there. Kamaya, um, Maiden Tuyo, Maiden Tuyo, PNB Rock, who's just a skinny version of Roman Reigns, um, and some other dudes. Let's go ahead and get into this though. I think Joyner Lucas was snubbed. Definitely after listening to this project. Track number one, Ultrasound, was a single to promote this. I got a Big Sean vibe from here, and I kind of get that throughout the album, except I'm getting it, I like it more from him. He's doing Big Sean better than Big Sean does. I just don't get with Big Sean. Some people say he's part of the Big Four. There's not a Big Three in hip hop. Cole, Kendrick, and Drake. There's a Big Four with Big Sean in there. Nah. I like Joyner Lucas. He's doing Big Sean better than Big Sean's doing. And Joyner, speaking of how far he's came, to now living off his music. But he also speaks deeper as this album goes on. With track number two, it's on some feel good shit. It's like he's talking about how he's still on the come up though, so he's still kind of um, telling the story in a different track though, not too much in one track. Even though I do have my little gripes about this album. We'll get into that. Joyner talking about he's still on the come up and how he doesn't have much and he not rich just yet. But um, he also talked about how Bad Boy curved him when he put a CD to him. So he said when you see Diddy, tell him he's got some words for him, and it's yeah, like he's he's progressing. Like he's telling the story with each track so far. Like he's living off his music, but he's still on the come up and not rich just yet. He's still this is how he's making his living. But yeah, and he also thinks there's a lot of people doing worse than him. So and that's just as good as it's gonna get for now. I was like, you see that? I can respect that. Now track number four, I'm not gonna talk about track three, but I don't talk about every track. I pretty much do though. I think the only track I didn't talk about was the third one. Yep, third one's the only one I didn't talk about. Track number four, Keep It 100. It's some storytelling about prostitution mainly. Just because there was a good story to tell, I didn't uh, necessarily dislike this track. It would have been just not filler, but with the beat, I was like, shoot. Track number five, Winter Blues. This is like a bluesy in the sense of the details of a crime and the ridicule that he receives. And there's a taste of jazz in here. Like just imagine some jazz playing while you're in a diner on like a real rainy day with the dim street light being the only brightness that there is. That's what the kind of bluesy jazz vibe that I get from this. Oh, in the wintertime too. Oh man, so I guess it wouldn't be a New Orleans type of thing. It'd be like a New York type of thing. And the phone call thing, some dude is just hating on Joyner. My goodness, and he gets phone calls on a few tracks on this mixtape. Now track number six though, my goodness, man, just like you. It starts off with the son calling out his dad on this bullshit. Like, all he has is hoes and drugs. Then a little girl's talking to her mom, like how she's a helpless woman and she doesn't want to grow up to be just like her mom. And really, the sense of giving this is like, yo, these kids, man, need a role model. And what I notice is, I believe Joyner's half black, half white. I think he said that a few times on this project. But what I'm getting from this is he's saying, especially in the black community, these kids need some role models, some better parents, something, because both the kids were black, speaking to their black parents. Track number 7, just because. There's the Outcast Jezebel sample on here. I was like, man, that's what I'm talking about. So of course it's dark and atmospheric on some cloud stuff, as far as the beat goes. And he's just asking like, yo, what happened? What happened to the stuff that you used to do just because things have changed now? So I really dig this track. Really dig it. Track number 8, Lullaby. This is like an ode to his mom, but in a sad type of way because he's grown up now and he doesn't seem to be good enough for her anymore. And the voicemail at the end, man, about him sleeping on the couch of his homie, and then Joyner steals from the dude. It's like, yo, and the dude's like, yo, you ain't shit, nigga. It's like, yo, damn, Joyner, what? Track number 9, Way to Go. And I want to say featuring Snow. I don't even know if I wrote that right. Probably Snow Allegra. Just really what I'm getting from this is like somebody let Joyner down, so it's like, oh, way to go. But the beat switch is what really made this track what it is for me, man. I think it's really good with that beat switch, man. Um, it's amazing, and his vocals really. People probably not gonna like that, but I like that. It's like you're getting low quality audio from a phone call. Just imagine like somebody breaking up, but they're not breaking up to the point where they just lose connection. They're just still talking, but you hear them of that low quality. That's what this is. And he talked about there it is, being half black, being half demon. I was like, yo, that Logic gave me enough of that on his damn album. I don't want to hear more of that. Check number 10, Look What You Made Me Do, featuring Stephon Don. I didn't have anything to say about this other than I'm kind of getting he's blaming other people for his problems type of thing vibe here. And I will say, man, these tracks are long as hell. They don't need to be this long. They my God. Track number 11, We Gonna Be Alright. Just saying that we'll get through the hard times and with the girl that he's with. And he's also talking about how it's the same thing over and over anyway. They break up and get right back together. Track number 12, Forever. Favorite track on here without question. Like it's a star. Man, this is ode to his daughter. Listen to this quote. Speaking to the girl's mother, I wasn't happy when she said she was pregnant. Probably the worst news of my life. That shit was depressing. I told her she should get an abortion, and I really meant it. I was like, yo, man, it's getting really personal here. He's really exposing himself here, and his daughter's gonna hear this one day. Even said, I know you can't understand me now, but you will one day, and you're gonna hear this. It's like, dang, and I love the electric guitar thing. I was like, yo, that's what I'm talking about, man. Now, track number 13, I Need More. That's nothing for me. It gets an X. Like, he's saying, I need more dough, I need more hoes, I need more clothes. I'm like, yeah, that's not for me. Check number 14, Literally Unnecessary. This is literally unnecessary. It's just a song about thinking with your dick. And I guess he cut his dick off, like, because he's, like, the way he was even rapping about it, I was like, he's really rapping about this. And I went to the comment section on YouTube to see if anybody else was caring. They were like, yo, this shit is fire. And I was like, nobody is noticing what he's rapping about. Then I finally found a comment. I was like, thank God, somebody else picked up on that. My goodness, he's rapping to and about his dick. Track number 15, really good track, I'm Sorry. It's like depression in a not depressing tone as far as the lyrics. Like the lyrics are depressing, but it's the tone, like the vibe of the beat is not depressing at all. Suicide comes into play here. He also talked about if guys were I'm going to hell, and like he's talking about how he was suicidal since 9. I was like, my goodness. And talking about how I should have saved you, because the letter that he got in the song, I seen the music video, was his brother, and saying like, "Yo, tell the family I'm sorry. Like, it's all right. I'm sorry." I'm like, my goodness, and I think that's something because I saw Najee Concept on Facebook tweeting those, posting those lyrics. I was like, what is he talking about? Then I hear the album, like, oh, the mixtape, and I'm like, oh, that's what Najee was talking about. Okay. And the last track, One Lonely Night. I think it's a decent way to end a project. And it's kind of unnecessarily long. Some of the tracks were too long. There were just some tracks that just didn't need to be there. This didn't have to be 16 tracks. But still, you got a happy vibe off of this. You got some dark realization lyrics though. Dark beat with happy beat but dark lyrics. It's like, huh? And he talked about like, y'all drinking, it can't make your problems go away, and neither can pills, and neither can marijuana. It's like he's saying like it's a real lonely night when drugs, substances, or stimulants, whatever you want to call it, can't ease your pain. Like that's a real lonely night. And this girl calls him. She's lonely. He comes over. They smash. That's it. Overall, though, I have to say this was a this was a good mixtape. I like this. There were some tracks, like I said, I could have done without, and there were a few tracks on here that were unnecessarily long. It just didn't have to be this long. Overall, though, I like this track. I'm gonna give it a dot. For y'all that don't know my rating system, I'll go ahead and start putting that in the description. My rating system goes like this. It's kind of like, I guess, 5-star rating type of thing. An X means it's just garbage. Blank means that it's like kind of a album filled with filler. It just feels like filler. It's kind of a chore to listen to it. Then there's a dot, which means it's in the middle, but it's not necessarily in the middle. Like, oh, it's almost a chore to listen to. No, this is one of those dots. It's like it's also, you got to realize it's also near a check. That's the next rating system, part of the rating scale. So it's dot, and this is a dot that's more heading towards the check, not a dot that's in the middle going towards a blank, and it's not a dot that's like right there in the middle between both, and not edging towards either one. This is more towards the check sign. And there's the check, and then there's this star, which means this is a jewel. It's a masterpiece. It's instant classic maybe. So yeah, I'm gonna give this a dot, a circle edging towards a check. And if you've heard this project, let me know what you think about it in the comment section below, and what you think about my review on it. And also be sure to hit the like button if you like this review. Share the review, subscribe if you're new, get me on Twitter, Facebook, AudioMac, SoundCloud, Instagram, and hit up my email for business. What I mean by hit up my email for business is if you need your music chopped and screwed, if you need a review, if you need beats made, or you want to be featured on one of my upcoming DJ mixtapes, the email is DynamicJAB@gmail.com. And I also have my Patreon down there. Y'all know what that's for. My Bandcamp, and a lot of y'all gonna know what that's for. And my PayPal. That's for if you want to donate to support my movements as far as YouTube, music, entertainment, etc. And like I said, that's pretty much it. Like I said, let me know what you think about this in the comment section below. My review, and I definitely recommend you checking this out if you haven't checked it out. Joyner Lucas, you definitely got something in my opinion, and I can't wait to hear the next project. I think I went into this project actually thinking like, oh, how am I gonna feel about this? Am I gonna feel about this the way I felt about Nick Grant? First time listening to him, off of listening to that last project, not the 88, but the one after that from this year. I didn't. I came away not disappointed, because I came away a little disappointed from Nick's. So good job, Joyner. Can't wait for the next project, and hopefully you'll be featuring with my man Najee Concept soon, because he also said that y'all had a phone call conversation as well. So that's dope. See y'all next time.